How about loves? Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. Baby, I hope y'all don't mind, but I decided to switch to a different room. I don't know why. I just feel like the vibe in my room is off. It's just all the way off. I don't like the way. I don't have nowhere to sit. Like, I don't have nowhere to even put a chair. Even, like, I got a chair. I could go out to the garden and get my chair, but I feel like it ain't even nowhere to put it. Like, it's like I have nowhere where I can set up and actually work, bro, in comfort. Like, I feel like it looks so weird. All you see is this part of me, and I don't like that. Anyways, the message I heard is the election. The scripture comes from Jasher 15 and 30. Now therefore, here is your wife, take her and go from our land, lest we all die on her account. And Pharaoh took more cattle, men servants and maid servants, and silver and gold to give to Abram, and he returned to his wife, sorry to him. Baby, this scripture is about that time when Pharaoh accidentally took Abraham's wife. Oops. God put his entire foot on that man's neck. Oops. So here's the message. Baby, God said this is somebody. You is married. You is married. You was married. And for one reason or another, somebody was looking at your spouse and thinking that, well, I know that she married. I know that he married, but I think it should be a re-election. We're going to go ahead and recount up the votes. Baby, God said, this person, they thought, okay? That's the easiest and nicest way I can say. This would be like somebody, I just feel like this is somebody that was envious. They felt some kind of way. And they thought because they had this, that, and the third, Pharaoh not broke. This is the king. This is the Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? He over everybody. So he got all the power, all the money, all the wealth, etc., etc. But that don't mean Sari is going to be falling all over him. She was confused because she like, I'm married already. I have a husband. What is going on here? And every time he tried to touch her, every time, you know what I'm saying? God struck him. God struck him. God struck his entire household to such an extent that he said, hold on. What changed? What changed? What changed? What changed? And he had to sit there and think back. Well, God wasn't even really worried about me like that until I took this man's wife, okay? He said it was his sister. He said it. And see, this is why you don't lie like that. And you know what I'm saying? I done been through situations where I myself was in a relationship or married to someone and they lied to me and told me that somebody that they was messing around with was a family member or, you know what I'm saying, something like that, a friend or something like that. And it's like, it just rubbed me the wrong way because don't lie. Because when you lie like that, you put your person in a position to where, like, Sari is in front of this man. This man is thinking that he got all rights to marry her. She about to be his wife, and she about to get down with him. The way that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say that he, heard or saw anything that she had going on with Abram, her actual husband. But I just feel like this man just was sitting around having all kind of fantasies about her. And Abram knew it. He knew that Sari was bad. He knew that she was fine. And he probably, like, as soon as he saw that look in the Pharaoh's eyes, he said, oh, no. No, 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 no. And what can you do? I've been in that position before. This is like, at this point, I don't even want my ex no more. I'm sick and tired of people, bro. I'm sick and tired of people. And it's really frustrating to me because if it's a situation where people are literally trying to threaten my life and trying to threaten the way I live my life and threaten my livelihood and trying to attack my business, attack everything, baby, when I say I don't want it and you haven't said nothing yet, get away from me, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I can't deal with it because it's impossible that you sitting up under this person like that and you don't know what they doing to me. And just like it was impossible that Abram didn't know that Pharaoh wanted to marry her. And yet and still he lied and said, this is my sister. That wasn't his sister. And it don't matter if he is talking to the Pharaoh, the king, or who it is. Even if he was just talking to a consort or a guard, bro. That's your wife. You can't be ashamed of who God blessed you with. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because some men are crazy, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that this is what Abram was thinking. Like, even if he, swole and strong and he'll fight behind her, he gonna have a hard time going against the whole army. You know what I'm saying? Just one man. And it was easier for him to just lie and say, okay, it's just my sister. Okay, it's just, and for somebody, it could be a situation where somebody was trying to strong arm your spouse, or maybe they did. And your spouse decided, nah, that's just my sister. Nah, that ain't my wife no more. That ain't my wife no more. And this person was sitting around like this. It's my turn now. It's election time. It's election time. Baby, they found out they wasn't even on the docket. Wasn't even on the docket, bro. Wasn't even on the docket. Baby, election time. God said cancel, deny, request denied, yo. Request denied, request denied. This is somebody that was put to shame, embarrassment, bro. Because don't nobody want you. Don't nobody care about how much power you got, how much might, how much control, how crazy you are behind a piece of trim, yo. Because that's what this is. Sounds like nonsense, bro. So you gonna literally threaten somebody's life behind a woman you don't even know? You gonna threaten a woman's life because she don't want to sleep with you? Oh, now you gotta try to attack her. Now you gotta send people to come after her. Now, do you really think that's gonna make her want to be with you? Because me, I'm going the opposite way. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. I am sick and tired, like I said, of sick, disgusting, psychotic men thinking that they have the rights to me. I have been dealing with nasty, disgusting men since I was 7 years old, looking at me in ways that they need not to. And because of that, this right here is a turn off. It is disgusting. I don't care even if I was attracted to you. Not no more. That's nasty, bro. And what's wrong with hello? Oops, I guess you can't do that when somebody is married. This is somebody, it was no election. You won already. Your husband won already. Ain't no need for this person even to think to themselves that they gonna somehow end up on the docket. And for some of y'all, you so dang heartbroken, you don't want to be with nobody else. And it don't mean that it just had to be that man that was your husband. But it's like, I for sure don't want that person. For sure that, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Maybe it wasn't him. Because if it was him, he would have stood up for me. But it for sure ain't him. It's definitely not. God says this is somebody, they really thought that you was going to call their name on the docket. And y'all was going to ride off into the sunset. And y'all was going to do this and y'all was going to do that. I just find this hard to believe. Because I believe in this scripture, Pharaoh was married anyways with kids. Probably had multiple wives already. Multiple wives already. And you know what I'm saying? Sorry was just extra. Why would she want to go from being somebody's everything to being, I'll see you on Tuesday, maybe next week, and maybe next week. I don't want you. If you don't get your games out you and your games, you can take them and you can shove it. Get out my face. Get out my face. I'm not settling for that mess. And you ain't finna strong arm me into settling for that mess. And if you try, you are going to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, baby. I will call them boys in blue on you. You is not finna play. We're not finna play like that. We is not finna play. And that's fine. If bro don't want to be my husband, that's fine. If it's a situation where when it got hot in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Hot potato, threw it outside, baby. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe he ain't the one. But you ain't finna make it to the docket. You ain't finna make it to the docket. I am more likely to flirt with a police officer when they take you to jail. Why you playing? Why you playing some more, bro? That's more likely to happen than for me to end up with somebody that deliberately went out their way to strong arm my man into breaking up with me, ruining my marriage, my relationship, and then thinking to yourself that I'm finna be your side piece. You got life all the way messed up. I said I was a wife, and that's what I meant. And golly gosh darn, it's fine. Maybe don't nobody want to marry me. Oh, you gonna scare everybody away that want to marry me? I'm gonna be single then. I'm still not going to sleep with you. I'm still not looking for you. I still wouldn't call you. Ever. I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. It'll be a situation where you're going to end up embarrassed, boo. player with me, embarrassed. Embarrassed. Because I tell it, baby. I sure will. I don't care. I like, you know what I'm saying? For 34 years, anybody that know me, I don't care. I tell on myself, first of all. And second of all, I'm going to go ahead and be real about it. And that's just what it is. I don't care if it is a situation where somebody finna be mad. Sorry, I'm not trying to make you mad and I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. But this kind of situation right here, you trying to hurt mine. Because you ain't finna make me go from being somebody's one and only and their wife to being your side piece. You got me all the way messed up. Even if it is a situation, well, I think that y'all should break up because X, Y, and Z. We may very well break up too. That may very well cause the whole relationship to crumble. But guess what it don't mean? It don't mean I'm finna be in your face. Why would I do that? Anyways, that's the message. Baby, this is somebody that thought that they was finna cause an election to occur. And then they realized they wasn't even on the docket. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe.